Hot gulab jamuns easily ranks in top 5 sweet dishes of India. Don't count calories here, okay? Follow my 7 pro tips to make these lovely gulu gulu gulab jamuns right now. Well, Raksha Bandhan is around the corner, and here I bring you a very favorite sweet for you. I'm bringing you a very easy pre-packet mix of Gits Gulab Jamun. You can ask me what's so special about it because it is already a pre-mix and the instructions are written right at the back. Well, here is the catch. I don't know how many of you have faced this, but either your gulab jamun will become a gulab jamun halwa, gulab jamun rigid, which is hard from inside, and gulab jamun with a heartbreak. My gulab jamun is not going to be either of them. Let's see how you can also make these. So what are you waiting for? Let's start this recipe. First up, grab your Gits gulab jamun mix and empty it into a mixing bowl. Now, slowly add some milk, a little at a time, until you get a smooth dough. As per the instructions, you have to add 3/4 cup of milk. Add gradually and preferably in two batches. It helps you in mixing it properly. The key here is balance. The dough may look sticky at start, but after resting it for 15 minutes, it will absorb all the milk. So don't worry. Dough should be soft but not sticky. Now here comes the pro tip 1. If your dough is too tight, your gulab jamuns will turn out hard. So add some milk. If it is too soft, they might break while frying. So add some maida or milk powder and mix it just right. While the dough is resting, we will make some sugar syrup. In a pan, add 3 cups of sugar and water each and bring it to a boil. Stir it occasionally until the syrup is almost one string consistency. It should not form that one tar but should feel greasy. Now add a pinch of cardamom powder for that extra aromatic touch. It will make your gulab jamuns even more irresistible. But be careful not to overcook the syrup or it will thicken too much and won't soak into the jamuns properly. Now, pro tip 2. Well, struggle for existence occurs here too. Keep your syrups in two different utensils. The gulab jamun needs space to expand, and if you keep all in one, there will be no space left for the third or the fourth batch to be immersed in the syrup. Now comes our favorite part, that is shaping the gulab jamuns. Well, I'm kidding. You can see that your dough has soaked all the water and it's time to shape them. Take 1 tablespoon of ghee and mix it in the dough. It will make it smoother. Knead it for 2 to 3 minutes until they are smooth. Now I have taken small portions of dough of similar measurements and I will be shaping it after some time. It's time for pro tip 3. Well, it's a very halwai tip. If you add a pista or a makundana in the gulab jamun, not only the balls will be lighter, but there will be no hard or uncooked part at the center. Now take one ball, add either of the pista or makundana and roll them into a smooth ball. Make sure there are no cracks. Well, I call them makundana and I'm very sure that there are 100 of names for this. You can tell me what do you call this thing in your language. Coming back to our balls, if you see any cracks, just smooth them out with a touch of milk or ghee. Cracks are a no-no. They can cause the jamuns to split while frying. Well, approximately aim for rolling one ball for at least 20 seconds. Woof, dude, I need 50. And here comes time for another tip. Make sure the gulab jamun balls are small because they will double in size when you fry them and more after you dip them in the syrup. So make small size balls and literally ha ha ha. Now comes the fun part, frying. And let me remind you, it's also one of the steps that requires you to be super patient. Ideally, take a heavy base kadai so that they don't burn quickly. I have taken this cast iron kadahi. You can also take bundi ka kadahi. Ask your mom, unko pata hoga. And ensure it's not very hot. Heat some ghee or oil on a medium heat. I have taken ghee and now it's time to fry our gulab jamuns. Now, this is one very smart tip. First, try one of the balls to ensure they are at proper consistency. Check for the cracks or hardness after frying. This way, you can make changes to your dough before it's too late. After checking that everything is perfect with your dough, gently slide the dough balls into the oil, but don't overcrowd the pan. Remember, they expand. Fry them until they are a beautiful golden brown. By the way, it will take around 10 minutes or so. I told you, it requires patience. Now here comes another pro tip. I'm giving so many tips. Keep the ghee at a medium temperature. If it's too hot, the jamuns will brown too quickly on the outside and stay raw inside. Too cold and they will soak up too much of oil. We are aiming for that perfect golden color, nice and even, outside, inside, whatever. But once fried, immediately transfer the hot jamuns into the warm sugar syrup. If your chashni has turned thanda, simmer it a bit like I did and let them soak for at least 60 minutes or more. Now, another pro tip. Well, in my family, we all eat gulab jamuns within 15 minutes, but you have time and you should have some time. Let them soak for at least 2 to 4 hours. The longer they soak, the juicier and softer they'll get. You will know they are ready when they have doubled in size and are beautifully soft and spongy. There you have it, perfectly soft, juicy and sweet gulab jamuns ready to be enjoyed. Didn't I tell you? No hardness, no cracks, just gulu gulu gulab jamuns. Whether it's a festive occasion or just a regular day, these gulab jamuns are sure to bring a smile to everyone's face. Don't forget to share them with your friends and family. Or just keep them all to yourself. I won't judge. If you find this video good, please like it and please subscribe to my channel. Happy cooking guys and happy gulab jamun.